AFTV, that's a very disappointing performance tonight. You know, I think all the fans came here tonight thinking that, you know, an Arsenal win, that we continue. I mean, we've been unbeaten at home this season, but despite having lots and lots of possession and lots of chances, we never looked like scoring, did we?
No, we didn't. And to be honest, I could start the interview and talk about how the referees are incompetent. I'm not going to do that. I could talk about how disappointing our performance today is. I'm not even going to do that. I'm just going to change it up and talk about how they made me feel today. And it's so disappointing because last season was very disappointing to not win. And it's like they're giving us hints and signs that it's a possibility this season again that we might not win. And I thought we was ahead of the curve last year. I thought, you know what, if we win it, we've actually exceeded expectations. This year, I think we're right in there, and I had us to win it this year. I thought we've learned from last year. We clearly haven't. So it is very disappointing.
Well, these results can happen, even in a title-winning season. I mean, we saw Man City last season, you know, get a similar result like this when they lost to Brentford at home. So these results can happen. It's how Arsenal bounce back, isn't it?
It's about learning from them. And if I'm not mistaken, we lost to West Ham last season as well. We clearly haven't learned from that. We lost to them in the Cup. We haven't learned from that. So it's like you talk about big game players to step up in a big game. No one stepped up today. And to be fair, it's not a big game. It's West Ham. But you expect more players to turn up and perform. I don't know what they need to motivate them, other than the chance of winning a league.
But they had enough chances today, didn't they?
Of course they had enough chances.
They had 30 shots, and within those 30 shots, there are some chances that should have been buried.
Every single time we got the ball, it was too static. It was way too static. We'd have the ball on the edge of the box. We move it around. Whether it be Gabriel there, whether it be Declan Rice there, there was only ever one option. It was out to the wing to Saka, or it was out to the wing to Martinelli. They had nowhere to go from there. So how are we ever supposed to get the ball in the box and win a game with that? It's absolutely ridiculous. And to top it all off, it was Mavropanos who scored for West Ham as well. I completely forgot that guy existed. He's come to West Ham and he scored against Arsenal. That's what I'm talking about. For them, it's their cup final. Because they ain't really got a derby. They want to talk about Millwall. That's not even a derby. That's just a team they don't like. That's like us versus Man U. They haven't got a derby. So that's what motivates players like that and teams like that, is to step up and come to a stadium like this.
But we should be motivated as well. We've got a chance to go back to the top of the league.
Of course we should. And part of that is maybe on the manager, not motivating them. You remember from the documentary...
I'm sure he motivated them for a game like this. I mean, come on.
So how comes the Liverpool game we look fantastic and this game we didn't? I don't think he's got them up properly. I don't think he's got them up for the game properly. I'll be real with you. When we played Brentford the other season, he's showing them what Ivan Toney tweeted and all that. Do it today. Show him in the cup celebrating outside when they knocked us out the Carabao Cup. Show him videos like that. Get him up for it. The players just look so static and so lazy today. It was by far the worst performance of the season. And you know what? 2 of our 3 losses, the ball's gone off the pitch. I'm going to talk about the referee now because it was atrocious. I've seen the pictures of it. How can you judge that to be on the pitch? And that did really turn the game. So early to go 1-0 down from a decision like that. If it stayed tight at 0-0, there was every chance we could have come back from it. But I think playing against 12 men is always going to be difficult. And it just is what it is. It is what it is, you know. I mean, it's one of them obstacles we're going to have to overcome if we want to win the league. So we've got to find a way to beat 12 men.